Hi guys, I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. So I got my very first very expensive lens, the RF 24 to 70mm f2.8 for the Canon R6. Even though I love to shoot with prime lenses, I really need the versatility of a zoom lens. Because I'm just starting out as a professional photographer, I only have one camera right now, and usually I wouldn't have a second shooter. So with just me and a camera, there's just really no time to switch lens during an event. It always feels like I'll be missing out on some action if I decide to switch the lens. I knew having a zoom lens is extremely helpful because Andrew already has the 24 to 105 f4. The lens worked perfectly fine until we had to shoot in a low light situation. It really struggled when we had to shoot indoors in a very low light setting. The f4 really felt restricting even with a full frame camera like the R6. So all of that prompted me to get the 24 to 70mm f2.8, especially because I think it would be great for portraits. So over the weekend, I finally got to bring this lens out. We went to Lake Tahoe to celebrate Andrew's birthday. I was very excited to try shooting some landscape photos and portraits and also some videos. For this trip, I basically ended up bringing almost all of my lens, the 35mm, the 16mm, and this new 24 to 70mm. The only lens that didn't get to go was the 50mm. We didn't plan on hiking for this trip and we stayed right by the lake, so I wasn't too worried about the weight of my backpack. When I was shooting landscape photos during golden hour, I really didn't feel a huge difference with this lens because I was using a higher f-stop anyway. I was tempted to switch to the 16mm just because I wanted to capture how majestic the mountains were and how big the lake was. But when it came to portraits, it definitely looks so much different than what I had before. Because of the zoom, there's much more compression and the background is much closer. The portraits turned out great, so I'm excited to try this lens somewhere else. I really love how the portraits turn out, and now I can see why photographers love using the 85mm. In terms of focusing, which is what I struggle with most with the 35mm, I definitely didn't have any issues with the 24 to 70. The focusing was fast, even in the pretty harsh lighting situation that we had. I think it would be fair to try the lens out in a low light situation indoor next time. Shooting videos with a zoom lens is definitely much harder. When it was zoomed, it was much harder to track the subject and keep the shot steady. In this shot, I was trying to track my subject, but you can see I was struggling a little bit to keep up with the subject. The lens is surprisingly steady at 24mm. This shot was shot handheld with no gimbal and no effects added to it. You can see that it's pretty steady already. Overall, I'm very happy with this lens. Its versatility is definitely the main reason why I would keep it on my essential gear list. It helped capture beautiful landscape photos and portraits. For me, the only downsides would be its size and weight, and of course how expensive it is. I think I'll have to do a comparison between this lens and the 24 to 105 just to see if the $1,000 difference is actually worth it. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you find it to be helpful. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.